Welcome back to the next section. We stopped in bevel and emboss. We are moving to the contour. The contour subsection under bevel and emboss allows you to set the overall shape of your bevel. Checking the anti-aliased box smooths out your contour, and the range slider that allows you to set the overall coverage of your bevel that you want your chosen contour to apply. So this is another setting that is easier seen than said. Here you can also select different kind of contours, and we can select the linear. That's better. Then the next is texture. So the texture subsection is really important. The texture subsection under bevel and emboss allows you to add a bump map to your style. A bump map makes the surface of your layer to apply a higher or lower, giving us the ability to create special effects. The pattern area allows us to choose a pattern from Photoshop's pattern palette to use as a bump map. So here you can choose different patterns. You can import that from here. That's click on this pattern, then you can go to load patterns to load from your computer, or you can just grab and select this kind of patterns. So the scale slider, you can see two sliders here. The scale slider lets you increase or decrease the size of your pattern. When you decrease this, you'll get a different effects. Increase this, you'll get another one. I think this is better. And the next is the depth one. That's the depth slider changes the apparent depth of your bump map. Look at that. Let's zoom in, then increase the depth. This looks really great. Then you can see an invert checkbox. This will invert these settings. Then the final one is link with the layer. This checkbox locks the pattern to your layer, so that if you move your layer around after closing the layer styles dialog box, the pattern moves with it. So when the layer style dialog box is open to the contour subsection, you can also drag the pattern around on your canvas to position it manually. So this is all about contour and texture. I hope you are clear with these settings because this is really important in Photoshop. Hello everyone, welcome back to next section. So in this section we're gonna take a look at the layer style contours. We already played around with the contours in the previous videos. Contours are the part of layer styles, and this is really needed to get different shapes, effects in Photoshop. Well, we have a bunch of contours available, starting from linear to valley low. These are regular ones. We will get a lot of other contours from, or we can download from internet, or otherwise we can make custom contours. So what are contours? Simply, contours are just graphs that controls the effect. So actually this is a graph that's starting from low intensity to higher intensity, from left to right, from bottom to top, from low intensity to high intensity. So if the graph starting from left, this is really low, then if it's high, or if it's in the top right, it's in higher, or if it's in the top, it's really higher. We can change into con from linear. Look at that, this area is changed. Here you can see the layer styles has been changed. Take a look at one more time. Selected the linear contour. Let's select this graph, then change it to con, just like this. Then con, it's changed like this. So when I drag from, actually this is on the top, then starting from left and ending at right, and starting from left and ending at bottom. It's starting and ending at bottom, and the middle is on top. So when I keep it down, look at that, it decreases the opacity level, or it erases. Look at that, it's vanished. When I keep it up again, it's in the maximum. So when I go to asymmetrical shape, now it's starting from 0, then it's not going really to down, this coming here, then make a curve and ends here. So when I drag this like this, look at that, What happens from here? It make it bigger, but we can see one more change. When I keep this, okay, when I keep it like this, sorry, this is just changed to con. So when I keep back to con, okay, there is a small change because the shape is slightly changed. Well, let's select, alright, go to asymmetrical con. Then from here, just go to inverted. So the shape has been inverted, or the effect has been inverted from asymmetrical. It's kept inside, then the colors of the text is here. Well, when I go to inverted, it's inverts the entire effect. The effect is inside and the text color is outside. Look at that, the graph, it's starting from top left to top right. It's inverted. I think you can assume how it's happened. Well, we are moving to some other contours. That's ring. When it comes to ring, in the display here you can see that. Let me zoom in. The layer style, or the layer style is inner glow, is just like a ring that placed next to the edge of the letters, and the graph is like the letter N. That's ring. Then when I go back to, or go to ring double, that's double ring. Look at that, it made one more layer, or one more line here, one more line. Here you can see that this changed to 1 2 3, or 1 2 complete levels, or 1 2 complete cycles. Then when it came to triple, it changed to 3.5, so it became 3. So this is the change, or the variation of layer styles according to the contours. Let's go back to the linear contour first, then we can explain one more time how it works and what are these things. The right side of the curve represents the outer edge of the layer, outer edge of the layer, while the left side represents here the interior, or the inner edge. So let's take a look at once again. This is the inner edge and this is the outer edge. So let's change into con. That's more, I think that's more good to check. So this is the inner edge and the outer edge. So when I keep it higher, it affects inside the text, or inside the layer style. Look at that, inside and outside. Then when I keep this the outside, keep it higher, look at it, affects only the outside, not inside. That's why the value is changing. So let's select the linear curve first. So the linear curve selector, this is a straight line with the effect being transparent at the left, representing the interior of the layer, and the effect at the maximum intensity of the right side, and it representing the outer edge. And this is what we see, a smooth fade from the nothing, that's linear. So let's move to another effects. Let's select the curve effect. Let's select the curve deep. In this effect, the contour reached maximum intensity prior to reaching the edge. Look at that, it keeps in the edge and stays at maximum for half of the width. Stays at the half of the width. That's right. The interesting part is that it never drops to transparent, and as a result, the effect maintains a 50% gray coverage over the entire interior of the layer. You can build and save your own contours presets, but there are plenty of useful ones already available, so I think you can do more. Well, but you can make changes like this. Look at that. When I keep it here, you can make points here and make it your own. Then click OK. Then okay, I'm winding up this video here. We will continue the. You may think this only works for text effects or this custom made icons, but it also affects for our images, this kind of images. So here, if you want to increase the light of this sun or the intensity of the light. So how we can do that? Let's head over to bevel and emboss or layer style. Then select the bevel and emboss. Then here we have, look at that, it's already changed. But let's go back to linear. Look at that. And if you change the glass counter to con, look at that, this increased. Then if we go, let's select this one, then go to con asymmetrical. Now it's more perfect. Down, inverted, this color is inverted. Then deep curve, then the curve shallow, Gaussian, then the inverse, half round. Each preset or the contour have an ability to control the intensity and also the effects it controls. Then let's change the highlight mode from yellow to green. Look at that, it changed to a green shade. Then we go to blue shade, then red. So this is also an option, or it gives an options to make different photo effects. So let me show you another example. So I just imported this image. Let's head over to layer styles. Then the bevel and emboss chosen. Look at that, it instantly changes. But let's select a white color. So color correction goes. Then select into another preset or contour. Look at that, asymmetrical, inverted, then deep, shallow, well, Gaussian. Let's keep this con. Then change the color to something other, magenta. Then the blue color, this is for highlights. So this is for the highlights, that's a green highlight, yellow. Then the red color, this is also for making awesome effects or simple effects without any crucial steps or complicated steps. We can just make it using bevel and emboss and the contour changing the contour. Let's go back to the ring, triple ring. Oh, it's dark, deep, well, and the ring selected. So it gives different effect according to the curves. Actually, the effect is similar with all these same color contours, but it depends the effects or layer styles. It may look vary in different layer styles, but actually it does the same job. There is no change, but it depends the layer styles, or the changes may vary in appearance. The changes may vary according to the layer styles in appearance. So this is all about the contours. So you can just play around with the contours and you can make your own contours, and also you can download custom contours from internet, or you can make custom contours. Thank you. I'm winding up this section. I hope you get a basic info about contours. Thank you.